December, and we don't know who the mayor's gonna be till January.
Well, there you go.
Is Mr. Pervin? Looks like him.
Yes, it is.
How you doing?
How are you?
How are you?
Hey, thanks for coming. It's nice of you to come. How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
You going to school next year?
Close.
Just so you know, it's a work session. So if anyone wants to come up and speak, please come up and speak. Don't hang around because they get the way over the rally. You hear them, Jim? You all right about that? Very spring, very with it.
Oh, jeez. Couple minutes. Definitely don't need to fix the air condition here. That was good. Was that redone when the room was redone at all? You just,
It's only because I set it to refrigerator this
Oh, you-
afternoon.
oh, you like it
That's
cool,
fine.
right?
Well, you have to stay ahead.
It got really hot here today,
That's
so that was good.
And I
Thank
didn't
you
want
for
that
doing
to,
that.
I didn't want it to impact.
Because
this
once
evening.
it's hot here, you can't cool it down.
Once
It's
it's
like
80
being at the
degrees.
brick house. Once it's warm, you can never get the room back.
Okay.
You gotta have to stay ahead of it.
Oh, God. Let's see, where's the motion? Thank God, Randy Duffy, she's still there.
It's not 1:07 yet.
I used to
Be here. We got another minute.
We used to do, oh, I know. Ordell shifted the other way back to Republican. They were all Democrats. River Edge, we used to, I shanghaied them into paying for half the fireworks. 'Cause they're right across the river, they used to watch ours for free. I said, hey.
Tom, you saw them working on
you can
Wyckoff
chip
today?
in, you know? Of course.
Right in front of Sakura's, guy just with a wire brush.
Yeah, so the guy
We're
ahead
so happy
is
to
working
see
with
it.
the wire brush, then the guy comes up behind it and is putting the
I
base
saw him.
coat on the bottom portion.
Well, it's
Yeah.
smart, because you gotta do it when it's fresh.
Cause the bottom portion is raw,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna come back, the top portions only need one coat. So
Yeah.
they're gonna come back,
Cause they don't get the damage.
right, and we left the brackets on, took all the signs off, but the brackets are staying on, cause the brackets are gonna get painted black to blend in.
Well, that's actually a good idea. Good one. I was very impressed.
Also with the generator and the sander.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
one,
portable
it's a wire brush,
generator.
the guy's using a wire brush and
Yeah.
a grinder,
Yeah.
And a grinder.
but we're only getting about 40 holes done, so it's probably gonna be about a 3-year,
Yeah.
but we're doing
Only
Wyckoff
40
Ave,
and 40.
Franklin Ave,
Do you have
7 o'clock,
120?
and
Pete.
Clinton,
I know.
I think.
It's good, it's smart.
A minute.
Yeah, give Rudy a minute.
He's usually here a minute before. He's off.
He's off here. Must have had a bad morning. That's what happens when you cut it close.
Delivered milk. Just got a note from Mike Cardiano when he studied Northeast of the Gulf. Lactobacillus.
Maybe his milk spoiled.
7:01, Pete.
Serious, that's what his minor was.
Oh, I
here
hear
it comes.
footsteps. There he is.
Ah.
All right.
A minute off.
Rudy?
How you doing?
Maybe?
Hey, Rudy.
Good.
Would you just say that you owe Roger and Pete, we had a whole new stack of vouchers.
All right, everyone ready? Nancy,
Yeah,
you
I
ready?
want from Sunday.
I'd like to call the 7 PM work session meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Boonstra? Here. Mr. Lane?
Here.
Mr. Madigan?
I hear.
Mr. Shanley?
Here.
And Mayor Melchiong?
Here. Can you please read the open work session statement?
This regular work session meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee is now in session. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting appears on our annual schedule of meetings. A copy of said annual schedule has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk and has been posted on our municipal website. Copy has also been emailed to the Record, the Ridgewood News, and the North Jersey Herald News, all newspapers having a general circulation throughout the Township of Wykoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers.
Thank you. Can you please confirm vouchers have been signed?
They have.
Thank you. I have a motion to open the 10-minute public comment period. 10-minute public comment period, 2 minutes per speaker for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the Township of Wykoff.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Aye.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Melchior.
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Please step forward to the microphone if you wish to make a comment.
Hi. Hi, my name is Kyle Pervin. You may remember me from last year when I came and spoke about Relay for Life. If you don't know me, I'm a senior at Ramapo High School. I'm also people lead for Relay for Life. If you don't know what Relay for Life is, it's a cancer event every year we have. This year it's at Ramapo High School on Drew Gibbs Memorial Field. Starts at 7 p.m. on May 17th. And basically what it's about is to celebrate survivors and support those who are going through the battle of cancer. Right now, we have about $35,000 raised for the American Cancer Society, and we expect to get around $60,000 raised by the time of our event, and we fundraise throughout the event as well. I'm here because we are getting lawn signs approved, just to raise publicity about our event. It just has simple information, just the date, where it is, time, that kind of thing. And I also have invitations for all of you to scan with your phone, QR code. You can also hand them out to your friends and family. That'd be very appreciated.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle.
I can
Thank
give
you.
you them
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, sure.
Hand them over.
Yeah, and
That's fine.
pass them out to everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for doing
Thanks
it.
for doing that. Great.
Good evening, Janet Toomey. I'm from Spring Meadow Condominium Association, and a happy resident of Wykoff. I just wanted to mention to all of you that I had spoken once about the Tree of Heaven and the problems that causes, and it has that fly that is dangerous to all other vegetation around. And our person who does our gardening is in charge of that at Spring Meadow, has removed all of the Tree of Heaven that are in a Spring Meadow. So I'm very happy to report that, and hoping that our person at Spring Meadow and your person at the Shade Tree Commission can exchange ideas about that. So that's one thing on our side that is accomplished. The other thing that I wanted to ask about, is there any movement at all about the crosswalk? Any of the subcommittee people can give any information about that?
Yeah, the only comment I'll make, we
Tom,
met last month, and we said we'd follow up with the committee that's coming from Spring Lake. So hopefully, maybe in the next month or two, we'll hear a little bit more, but it's a longer process. I don't know, Matt, you may want to comment.
The first step is to get the county to lower the speed limit.
Correct.
Right.
And
Oh.
as we know from other county roads, that could take up to a year.
Right.
So we're working on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is there anything we can do?
At this point, no.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Thanks, Janet.
Thank you. Seeing and hearing no one else, I move to close public comment.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Aye.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Melchior.
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Thank you. Thanks, Hal. Matt, could we please have the administrator's report?
Sure, several resolutions. Resolution 166 is to renew our agreement with our grant writer, Bruno Associates. 167 is to close the unused 2023 Spotted Lantern Fly receivable. It's a accounting resolution. 168 authorizes our application to the Bergen County Open Space Trust Fund. As you recall, the last meeting we had our public hearing on that. 169, the JIF has asked us to re-adopt a new tort claim form. They've made some changes to it. 170 authorizes the 2024 through 2026 Spotted Lantern Fly grant through a Chapter 159. That's a budget amendment. 171 is a resolution that authorizes the 2024 estimated tax bills. I'm going to stop and talk about that for a second. For the first time in forever, the County of Bergen has adopted their budget prior to July. They adopted it last week. In doing so, it will most likely eliminate the need for estimated tax bills, which will save us and pretty much every other town in Bergen County a lot of money from having to send estimateds out and then final bills out in November. So we're putting this resolution on authorizing the estimated tax bills just in case the county tax administrator does not get the rate settled on time. But it is our hope that we will not have to do estimated, that final tax bills will go out before July 1st.
Wow, that's good news.
Great, thanks, Matt.
172 is a resolution at the request of Ridgewood Water in support of their PFAS mitigation appropriation request that they've submitted through the congressional appropriation process. There are several motions, several new firefighters, and then on ordinances, we have several ordinances funding several capital projects. Ordinances 2009, 2010, 2011 are fully funded ordinances. Ordinance 2012, and 2013 is a fully funded ordinance. 2012 is a bond ordinance. That ordinance, this evening we will have a public hearing on, but we will not be voting to adopt tonight, as the money from PSC&G has not arrived, which is the required down payment on which required for the down payment on the road resurfacing project. As you recall, we have a shared service or agreement with PSC&G that we're paving the road curb to curb, and they're contributing half for the parts that the gas main work was done on. That being said, we spoke before this meeting. We're going to have a special meeting on Friday at 12 to adopt that ordinance. PSC&G's check is in the mail as of Friday. So we'll have the public hearing tonight as scheduled, and we will go from there. That's all I have on the agenda, on the updates, on the agenda updates. May is Honor and Remember Month. The Honor and Remember flag is flying on the government expression flagpole in the back. The deadline to register to vote for the June primary is May 14th. The clerk's office will be open until 9 p.m. that evening if anybody wants to drop off their registration form. We're currently working on several grants, but the grant writer did submit the Bergen County Open Space Grant for the work at Polis Field. We applied for $82,450 of our money. And usually we hear back on that grant somewhere around December. Summer hours at the recycling center started today. On Tuesday, the recycling center will open from 11 to 3 and again from 6 to 8 in the evening. Due to unforeseen conditions discovered during construction, which we've mentioned before, the contractor has advised that they needed additional time to complete the work on Grandview Ave. The closure is extended through Monday, May 13th. PSC&G has completed their work to lower the gas main, and all the services have been connected. The contractor has lowered the grade of the base, and paving of the new base should begin tomorrow, with the hopes that that road will be reopened next week. Now that road will again be closed sometime over the summer for the final coat from end to end, but this is just the area that's been closed that is going to get a new base. Tax and sewer payments are due by Friday in order to avoid a late fee. We recently had an issue with our auto pay service for sewer payments. Due to an error by our provider, the daily transaction limit for us was set too low. It was set at $25,000 a day, which prevented approximately 100 transactions from being processed successfully. Those affected individuals were notified by email of their declined transactions, and we ask anybody to resubmit. Anybody who did receive a decline notice to resubmit prior to Friday. Additionally, on Thursday of last week, we were made aware of an incorrect phone number on our sewer bills. As you know, we have that pay by phone option, which some people use, And we provided the the printing company the right phone number, and they printed the wrong phone number. So anybody who has a problem, please contact the tax office. Some updates on our capital projects. Upgrades have been completed to the gas pumps at the DPW garage. Those upgrades include new pump and a computerized access control system for tracking the gas that is dispensed. The roof has been replaced on the salt shed at the DPW garage. And work to refurbish the light poles around town has started. This is going to be a phased-in project, probably over 3 years. This year we're appropriating around $6,000, and we're taking care of about 40 poles. And they have started on Wyckoff Ave, and they've started here on Franklin Ave. With regard to the military banners, there's 46 banners on order. 17 are new and 29 are replacement banners. They will go up in about 2 weeks after the poles are complete. The refurbishment is complete. Just a recap on Team Up to Tidy Up. On April 27th, approximately 187 volunteers participated in the cleanup. 22 of the 26 public sites throughout town were covered. 53 bags of recyclables and 51 bags of trash were collected. 30 family, civic, and business and school groups participated. And all of our environmental commissioners, 3 of the junior commissioners, and the township committee is yourself, as well as the green team volunteers and family members assisted in this event. We had a successful recycling day and shred day this past Saturday, thanks to the Environmental Commission and DPW for making this possible. 2 meetings ago, the fireworks were discussed, and the possibility of having a rain date on Sunday, September 29th was considered. Fireworks committee met last week, and unfortunately, due to sports scheduling, we cannot accommodate a rain date. Wyckoff PTO's Economy Shop's annual townwide garage sale is May 18th from 9:30 to 4. The 42nd annual Wyckoff Fishing Derby is Saturday, June 1st at Zabriskie Pond, and more information about all of this, including information on how to register, is in the e-news and on our website.
Thank you, Matt. Township committee reports. Rudy, do you want to start?
Sure, Mayor. Just a little rundown of what I attending since the last meeting. On April 18th, I attended the GIF Awards Breakfast at Seasons with Denise, Matt, Nancy. Did I miss anybody? Who else was there? And we received the Gold Award, I believe. On the 18th, I also attended a Board of Health meeting. We had an interesting presentation by Mike Spirozik, who is a board member who used to work in development of new medicines. And he gave us a rundown of what's involved in that, and it's really, really quite a process, and a very expensive process to get for a pharmaceutical company to get a new drug to the market. Attended a company 3 fundraiser at Aldo's on the 25th. 26th, I attended we attended the Arbor Day tree planting at Washington School, which was dedicated to former board member, Wyckoff School Board member, and former principal at Washington School, Joe Desiderio, who was fondly remembered by all, myself included. On Sunday the 18th, I attended along with Tom and Roger a Girl Scout Gold Award program at the library for 5 Girl Scouts. It was a very great program, good group of people, great scout troop. On May 4th, I attended with everyone else the Shred Fest, the Shred and Styrofoam event, and I guess that, yeah, thanks to the Environmental Commission and the DPW for that. And I also had, as Matt mentioned, the fishing derby is on June 1st. There's also a dedication later in the afternoon, I'll get the time for at the next meeting, of the historic marker at Union Cemetery by the Historic Society. They're going to dedicate it sometime in the afternoon. I want to say 3:30, but I'll get the exact time.
June 1st?
On June 1st?
On June 1st, yeah, on June 1st.
That's it.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Rudy. Tim, you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go through what I did. I was at the Shred Fest on Saturday. It wasn't as well attended because I think we have the shredding at the recycling center. So there were less cars, but it's still, in the beginning there was quite a few cars, and then it cleared up toward the end. but it wasn't as busy as it has been in the past. So, you know, people are utilizing the recycling center for it. I attended the Company 3 fundraiser. That was a good event. Zoning board met. They only had one application that was very quick. It was a quick meeting. I think they were done by 8:30. It was a good meeting for them. I missed the Ramapo Indian Hills board meeting, but I did hear that they are close to, deciding on a new administrator, which is a good thing. One of the fireworks committee met, and as Matt said, there is not an ability to do a rain date on that Sunday based on our football programs having to have the B teams play on Sunday if we're away on a Saturday. It's a league rule, and there's no other place to play the games other than at Memorial Field. So they could not stop the games from going forward because of the fireworks, and the police department would shut down the park at about noon in order to do a sweep of it to make sure it's all safe.
I guess I'm good to just repeat everything you said.
That's fine, that's
Sure.
fine, it's all good. Yeah, we had that meeting the other day, and Roger was there, it was all good. What else do I have? I've got one other thing. One of the things, if possible, I know we've got the PFAS thing in for Ridgewood Water, but Ridgewood Water is doing a lot of that construction in the Hartung section. The road is kind of beat up a little bit, and people are starting to complain about it. And is there something we can do to notify, put it on our website as to what they're actually doing, so that they know it's what they're doing? And if not, have Ridgewood Water put something out that we could put on our website that people can look at and say, oh, that's what they're doing. And
So in our e-news, every week we put the Ridgewood Water update,
okay, but
and that does include all the Hartung work.
Alright, 'cause-
Because right now they're doing the water main
yeah,
on Hartung, the raw water main, I should say, and then they're coming back because they had to put sewers in. So that road is going to be completely torn up for probably the next 18 months.
yeah. Well, just because people are asking what's going on with it, so maybe we can make it so people could see it a little easier, and that's all I would suggest. I know you're talking about doing this meeting on Friday on the ordinance, 12 o'clock. You said I could call in for this because I'm going to be working that day, and I'll be down at my office. So just let me know. I'll make sure I'm available to call in for a 12 p.m. meeting. And that's about it. And just one of the things I want to announce, one of the things, I do have my brother up when the banners go up because he's in the military. He is now before the Senate Armed Services Committee, and hopefully they meet next week. He's been put in for promotion from colonel to brigadier general. So hopefully, in the next month or so, he will be, through the Senate and will be brigadier general. So I want to congratulate him for all his contributions to the country and to the Army. So that's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you. Tom?
A few things. I was happy to be in attendance along with the mayor, Committeeman Lane, Mr. Boonstra, at the beautiful Arbor Day tree dedication at Washington School. The family of revered Principal Joe Desiderio was there, and I was honored to be asked by their family to speak about Joe and some fun things when Joe was at Washington School. He did a lot for this community. He was really part of what makes Wyckoff so special. And of course, Mary and I, Mary was there. We were honored because, as far as we know, we still have the record for 21 consecutive years at Washington School. So it was nice seeing the family, so many people there, and thank you to the Shade Tree Commission for putting that, especially Mike Today and his crew, putting that tree in. It was a nice tribute to Joe Desiderio. I attended the Girl Scout Gold Award. 4 young ladies were honored. Gold Scouts. It was a very nice ceremony at the library. There was 2 other young ladies that received commendation for being in Girl Scouts for 12 years. And it was just really, really nice to be with the girls and their families and to congratulate them on their hard work and perseverance. I too attended the Company 3 fundraiser, which was a nice event over here at the Brick House. And I understand they did pretty well raising funds. They had like 100 people there, which was pretty nice. There was some people missing, but I guess other folks had some conflicts. But it was a good community event. People from the community came out and attended it and helped support it. And Dana Califf did a lot of work. She does a great job over there at Company 3. Bill Colber was there, and Lisa, of course. So it was very, very nice. Shred Fest this past Saturday, I think we spoke about that. It was well attended, and I want to thank the DPW and the Environmental Commission. And I was just going to compliment the mayor because I know you were behind getting the shredding along with our administrator at the recycle yard. So there was a lot less activity, which is good because it made it more convenient for our residents. They don't have to wait for every April and October. They can go whenever they want. So that was really, really nice. And then finally, I look forward to the event this week honoring our veterans, the roll call that's going to happen at the YMCA this Thursday. And I think that's, I was here also for Team Tidy Up Day. It was a contingent of fellow Rotarians. It was about a dozen of us, and it was a good day, beautiful day, and we teamed up and did a lot of work, and probably were done within the hour. So it was good. That's all I have.
Thank you, Tom. Roger?
What I find is when you go last, you get a lot of redundancy.
But that's
but,
okay, because you don't have to worry what I say.
Yeah, well, then I won't miss anything, right?
That's
So, just to add, just a little bit more depth on the fireworks not having a rain date, it was also, we really didn't explore, there might have been some opportunity to use another field, but not only the logistics of the athletics, but also just in general terms, not to go too deep into it, but there was security concerns and certain people that are there to make sure that the area is safe, and to have to schedule them for 2 consecutive days certainly would have been problematic. So just to add a little bit more color to that. Under the DPW, along with everything else that's already been said, they're doing regular field maintenance now. They're lining the fields and they're sweeping the infields and making the baseball fields really look great. They're doing park maintenance. I know they were over at Russell doing a lot of work over there, and that's really coming out really good. They started on the catch basin repairs, and they continue with pothole repairs. It was already mentioned, but it's worth mentioning again that the recycling center has summer hours now. To be repetitive, but it's on Tuesday only. The rest of the days remain the same. So Tuesdays 11 to 3, and then 6 to 8. My only comment on the Shred Fest was that I didn't hurt my bad shoulder because I was on styrofoam duty, and we filled. In the beginning it was light, but the whole container got full with the styrofoam. So that's really great. Lastly, on the DPW, and this is just a little bit of a tag on to what Matt had to say. I think it's an opportunity just to thank all of the residents that are on Grandview for their patience and their cooperation through, this upheaval of the lowering of the road, the gas line that happened to slow things down. But when the project is complete, I think we'll look back and maybe they'll forget some of the things that inconvenienced them a little bit. But again, thank you to all of the residents for their patience. Let's see. What else? Oh, I attended the Company 3 event, to be redundant again. I also attended the Girl Scout event, and the good news was I got a box of my favorite cookies.
I got a
Was
box
given
of
to me.
cookies too.
Can I say that? Did I
We all
receive-
got cookies.
I got a box of s'mores.
So I got the peanut butter ones. I just absolutely love those. Don't want to miss anything. Okay, now I have some really great news. I worked with Matt and Tom Dutch, who's the county counsel and the county administrator for Bergen. You know, they've been looking at doing improvements to the James A. McFall Environmental Center that we all know and love here in town. So the best way to do this, so I don't miss anything, is to read what was prepared. And, you know, on behalf of the Township Committee, I'm just proud to be able to read this. And I am the Parks Commissioner this particular year. So, on behalf of the Township Committee of Wyckoff, we are delighted to announce that the County of Bergen has dedicated approximately $1 million for significant enhancements at the James A. McPhail Environmental Center, a treasured resource for learning and experiencing the natural environment. In 2024, the county budget has allocated $105,000, and that's for planning and engineering and everything to determine what the essential needs and the priorities are at the environmental center. Furthermore, an additional $918,750 has been included in the 2025 capital budget for implementing these much-needed improvements. Originally, and Rudy, you probably know this, originally an 81-acre pig farm, the Bergen County Parks Department has transformed this area to a wildlife sanctuary, complete with nature trails, gardens, and educational science exhibits. This sanctuary serves as a pivotal space for Wyckoff and Bergen County residents to connect with and to appreciate the natural world. We extend our heartfelt thanks to County Executive James J. Tedesco III and County Administrator Thomas J. Dutch, Esquire, for their unwavering support and commitment to this vital asset within the Bergen County Park system. Their efforts help ensure the continued preservation and enhancement of this open space in Wyckoff, enriching our community and safeguarding our environment. The Township Committee is enthusiastic about the upcoming developments and looks forward to the continued enjoyment and educational opportunities that the James A. McFall Environmental Center will provide. And that press release will be sent out first thing in the morning. So we're really, really happy about this. I mean, I happen to live right on Crescent, and my wife and I enjoy the park. My 5 grandkids enjoy it, and it's a beautiful park today, but I guess the best way to put it, it needs a little bit of a refresh. So that's going to be really, really nice when it's complete. It is going to take a couple of years, but the money's been set aside. So we thank Tom Dutch particularly. He was a key factor in this. So that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
That's great news.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah,
Tom Dutch is a Wyckoff resident.
Yes, he's a Wyckoff resident.
What I remember about Ankles Pig Farm was that on a hot summer day, if the wind was right, we could smell it all the way over on Sycamore Ave.
Well,
Trust me.
all right, you set me up. So there was one last line I was thinking, should I say this or not? But, you know, being that it was a pig farm, it's nice to bring the bacon back to Wyckoff, right?
Yeah.
So,
I like it.
you got that?
That's good.
But, you know, look, at the end of the day, a very important note, this is not our budget, this is the county budget, but obviously each and every one of our residents through their taxes contribute to this. So we are bringing some of the bacon back, and we're just happy to report that to everybody. So
Is it coming out of their operating budget or their open space funds?
you know,
Because we
Tim,
pay into their open space.
well, then either way, it's probably some of both, because, you know, it's a capital improvement, and obviously it's open space.
Okay.
So they may have picked from each, but that's the total dollar amounts
you.
per Tom Dutch. So. Anything? We good?
You sure you don't have anything else?
Well, would you like? I
No,
could keep
all right,
going,
no.
Could have something.
But Rudy would get upset.
All right.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Roger.
Yeah.
All right. I attended the library board meeting, along with the rest of the township committee. I was at the Team Up to Tidy Up, Shred Fest, Fire Company 3 fundraiser. I think we covered a lot of those details. But I know Roger did mention this. We did fill up another 40-yard dumpster full of styrofoam. Memorial Day Parade Committee, they're continuing planning. They pretty much are just finalizing some of the details for, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's one of my favorite days in Wyckoff is Memorial Day Parade, so I'm excited for that coming up towards the end of the month. Tom, your remarks at the Arbor Day and for Mr. D were very moving, very touching. You did a great job there. And lastly, just want to wish Rudy a happy birthday. His birthday was this past Saturday, with 28, 30?
Something like that, yeah, something like that.
Happy birthday, Rudy.
Lost count.
And that's all I have. Attorney report. Dave, you have anything?
Just to reiterate, we'll have that special meeting on Friday at noon. We'll make sure we can get calling, because obviously there's some work schedules, and we'll announce it at the public meeting as well. But that's it for tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Motion to adjourn?
Oh, so moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra?
Yes.
Mr. Lane?
Aye.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Melchior?
Yes.
In an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Thank you.